Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Hashtag let's go. That's my
Man in there. Welcome to the show. Tonight we have, oh, my stuff's locked up over here. What in the world? We have from the Great White North. I had to get somebody that is not doing a Thanksgiving weekend somewhere, winding down with friends and family. Carlos, welcome to the show.
Yes, as we like to call it in Canada, it's Sunday.
Right, right. So we do have some comments, early ones. Battery is butchering a cow, it sounds like. So he told us not to say anything important for the first 25 minutes.
So we got to talk about Atlanta Braves baseball. Let's do it.
That's right. And we got Brian Hodges with some more great videos. Y'all need to check him out. Hodges1455 gave a video like, hey, everyone. So before we get into tonight, I just got a question for you. You touched a little bit on it Friday night. Mm-hmm. Is it crazy or that pretty much the whole world has bought into America's Black Friday?
I think, from the business standpoint, it's not crazy. They'll take any excuse for sale. Like, that doesn't really matter. The thing is, people like a deal. But the reality, because back in the old days, years ago, it used to be Boxing Day. Boxing Day was the equivalent. That was the one. And then the same thing happened. It became Boxing Week, and it became increasingly crap. And by the way, Boxing Day had door crashers. Stop me if this sounds familiar. Oh my God, you got to get in line beforehand to get it. It's the same crap. It's just a different name. Go ahead. So and then Black Friday started getting adopted because they're like, so we can do this twice. We can do this like the month before and then do it again on December. So you'd have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then you just start I'm waiting Taco Tuesday. Like, what else we got?
Right.
Wrench Wednesday. Like, I don't know. Right. Pick something. Who cares?
Right. Because, I do a lot of video games, and I've found a lot of great deals if you're doing that. And one of the places I love is this company out of Canada. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of hard to find. They purchase like the limited run stuff and the rare games and stuff like that. So they have a quantity of that stuff. If you can't find it, they have it a lot of times. And they have reasonable prices. They don't tend to jack them up and stuff. But man, I went to check out. It cost me more to ship it than it did to buy it. So I had to cancel it. Same way I did a European one too. The same way I had to cancel it. But I did good on the home front. Like I said the other night on your channel, I found, a lot of the online places were having cards, but man, boxes just start out so high when they discount them. You're still not back into where I'm comfortable at buying them. So I did almost buy some 2019 hanger boxes that were still sealed in box at a pretty reasonable price, but because I just feel like there's still Pete Alonso's out there in those Series 2s that are still out there, and some other that's a good year. Those prices have considerably come down. I don't know about the update, but Series 2 has considerably come down. But outside, we were talking before, anything from the content gods headed your way before we get into my topic? I'm glad you came in going, because this is a topic that it's been kind of going around that we'll get to in a minute.
Sure, yeah. So I think right now things are kind of in a holding pattern. We did have a lot of fun with the Probstein thing. That's been kind of fun. One of the things that I had fun with on Friday was, so what's funny was, and I got a kick out of this. I was watching, so Junk Wax Hero is doing the thing with Greg from Midlife and whatever. They've got their podcast network thing. So there's like 3 of them working on. I think Splendid Sports is the third one. So there's 3 of them. So anyway, he did the interview with Dustin Sportcard. And a lot of the stuff he said, I wasn't surprised by. It's normal, so it's going to happen. Eric's pie hole will be a different discussion at some point. The thing is that so basically I went to the comment section, and one of the things that made me laugh was that one of the commenters, I like looking at the comment section. It amuses me. So it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Trust me, read the comments. Sometimes the comedy is better there than even in the video.
Yes.
So one of the people there was complaining. He goes, "No one cares about, I forget how it was phrased, but like nobody cares about like this meta content thing because what they were doing is they were talking about content, they're talking about commenters, how you deal with it, blah blah blah." And I'm sitting there like, the exact opposite is true, sir. I've done so many videos where like, and people are like, "Wait, so that's how you deal with it?" And that's what, like, wait, what? So the thing is, people like to watch it, but then also complain about watching it.
Right.
And then the same. So right now, Scott, we're the circle works like this. We
Yes.
start off with the topic. We talk about the story. So first, the Beckett thing led us from the P. Ryan thing, led us to the Beckett thing. The Beckett thing led us then seamlessly into the Probstein thing because, of course, he invoked Probstein, and he's a straight shooter, as you well know, and the sheriff is the sheriff. You got to go with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the sheriff tells us about the straight shooter, bang, bang, and then Probstein has his problems, which is funny. And then, but now that we're at this stage, now eventually we get the people who make the videos complaining about the drama in the hobby, which then makes me cackle even harder like the $1 Million Man, because now I get to have fun with that.
Yes. That is when I heard about the complaining about the people talking about what's going on in the hobby, I kind of was like, wait, what?
But Scott, it's every time. The beauty of it is it's every time. So I can count on it. I rely on it like clockwork, and I'm here for it because then I get to make fun of that, and then it gets even, because I'm like, if you don't want to watch it, and that's why I said in the Friday, I said, if you don't want to watch it, just click off. No, nobody's putting a gun to your head and demanding that you have to watch it. No, don't even bother. It's fine. Don't watch something else. There's plenty of there's go watch somebody do a mail day. Go watch somebody else do a collector show. There's so much out there. I promise you. Go watch that.
And at the end of the day, because I do these little talks on the weekend because it's just fun to get together, especially Sunday night, unwind, shoot the shit, whatever. But during the week I can do mail days and 30 people look at it, but I can have controversy or a rant, or not even that, have a very good discussion about something, and I can do very well. But anyway, my whole thing, and I'm happy this weekend my Cowboys won Thursday. We're still outside looking in, and my Who's Virginia won Saturday night when we're going to the ACC championship game in Charlotte, which I think I might go. But anyway, I hope everybody had a safe and happy holiday weekend. I went out Friday and Sunday. Friday was crazy. I went out Friday morning, not much going on, but man, Friday afternoon, I was just hunting for WNBA cards, and for whatever reason, for a sport that nobody cares about, that's the hardest cards to find. I can find Topps and Panini NBA cards to my heart content, but I can't find WNBA. Yes, for a sport, like I said, nobody cares. Either they didn't print it, very few, or it's just more love than what people are willing to say in public. But you're watching it in their closets or whatever. That could be a story for you.
If it sets your mind at ease, Scott, you have my word that I have not watched 1 second of WNBA because I don't care.
Right.
But I don't have an issue with anybody who does. That's why I'm always super clear on this. There is no hate from me because it is not interesting for me. Doesn't mean I also don't spend a lot of time watching the NBA either. So I don't care. But if people watch it, it's like, oh, go for it. Enjoy. Have a good time.
Oh, I did get my free box of logo refractors from turning in my Judge and Otani Chrome cards.
Oh, the MVP thing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's probably the most expensive logo box I've ever gotten out of all the Chrome. I bought Chrome because I like opening Chrome. The side thing was getting some Otanis and Judges in it to get that. More importantly was I got a full free case, or also got this of 35 one touches, so which I desperately needed. So I'm trying to get all my stuff out of top loaders, and to one touches that's in my PC.
Mhm.
I just rather have one touches and graded stuff as much as possible.
Sure.
But anyway, Henry, people lined up for up day before to get the same records everyone else got and was available the next day anyways. Sanderson to or if that's how you feel, Carlos, how do you feel about those who watch women's cross country professional mountain biking? I don't think anybody watches.
I think Eric is a dork. That's what I think.
But anyway,
he was saying, how do I feel about those people? Those people are Eric. There are no other people. People implies plural.
Right.
It implies more than one.
Right.
Putting on 2 TVs, Eric, by the way, doesn't count as people.
Right. So the topic tonight I've talked about in the past. I touch on it every once in a while on my Saturdays because it's something that I do feel at some level that we should take responsibility at what comes out of our mouth because we are people watch us and they could take it or leave it, whatever. But there is people for whatever reason that has people's ears. And one of them has been the sheriff, Dr. Beckett. Even with you had somebody last week that had the fear that somebody like you might drive him off the out of the public eye or off of YouTube at least.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had such power, Scott.
Right.
I would use it only for evil.
I don't think that's
so
true. Good. He has so many people that has his back, and even with Junk Wax, I don't know his real name, but I hate calling him Junk Wax. But anyway, if not because it's just a weird name, Junk Wax.
His name is Mike. His name is Mike. It's Mike.
It's Mike. Okay, Mike / Junk Wax Hero.
Yeah.
I'd rather say it that way. Okay, but anyway, before and after he was like, I had to do that or whatever. But I just think there's got to be some responsibility taken. Now, we all know who. Even in a joking way, Carlos, you have a lot of seriousness that comes out, and I think people know can separate your sarcasm. I think most of the time from seriousness, but I haven't had a chance to watch you on the Hobby Hotline. How did that go, by the way?
So I wasn't on a Hobby Hotline. You're thinking of the Four Collectors?
Or Four Collectors. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I think it was pretty good. I think it was well received. So I'll tell you this, though, as relation to Junk Wax Hero, so Mike, he reached out after he watched it, and he thought the critique was fair. So good. Like he said, I appreciate the feedback. I thought I won't paraphrase, but basically the upshot of it was that he felt like it was fair. He was okay with because I went out of my way to be fair. Eric, somewhere in the distance, to be fair. But that's basically the I'm not picking on the person because I have watched his videos. So I kind of know the kind of content he normally does. So if I know that, then why would I beat somebody up for not doing what I expect them to do?
Right.
So if they're staying in character and they're being their normal selves, then why would I might be a jerk, and I am, but I'm not an ogre. I'm not going to just do it just for the sake, except to Eric. I will do it to him. At all times, day or night, no matter what happens, on Christmas, on New Year's, there is no time, Scott. I'm 365, 24/7 here. But in general, if I know that you're not a person who's going to be confrontational, I'm not going to yell at you for not being confrontational because that's not your character.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to beat up. I'm just using this as for example. So I think we should get past this or whatever.
And Carlisle was also correct.
Right.
I like this last comment. That was good.
Well, people sometimes confuse Carlos. Yeah. And the reason I just bring it up because this is what first kicked it off, and I'll get to what finally kind of made me think this way was like when a person at Dr. Beckett's level that has everybody's attention in the hobby world, everybody knows the name. They might not know who he is, but they know the name, right?
Yeah, and the reputation, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
But he tells you that defense shill bidding is okay, or when they make a mistake and it's okay to bid it up, people might construe that in so many different ways and go, oh, well, Dr. Beckett said it's okay, then it must be okay. And I mean, we do have a lot of new people that came in the hobby that listen to that are in it for selling reasons, is to make money reasons. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's also, I always feel like I got to put that preference out there because people seem to get angry when somebody wants to make a dollar. This is a capitalist country. We need to get over that part. It is a right way and a wrong way to do it, most definitely. Mm-hmm. But don't you think that since we do have people listening to us, that we should have some sort of responsibility for what comes out of our pie holes, is what I said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
do you feel that at any level?
Oh yes. Not only do I feel that, I've gone out of my way to say it to some people indirectly. Right. But my angle on it has always been this. So this will be the way I present it. I've talked to a few folks offline and online. I've done both. And I said one of the key things that gets tricky, and this is even when they mean well, but I said one of the things that gets tricky is that when you've got, so YouTube channel uses the example, but it could be podcast, it could be anything you like, doesn't matter, social media, whatever. When you've got almost no platform and almost no audience, you can virtually say whatever you want because the consequences are minimal. Almost nobody's hearing it. You're in the forest and no one's around to hear it. Does it even make a sound? Go ahead, knock yourself out. But then as you start to build a platform, even if it's not a huge platform, and I've had this conversation with Eric separately. I said, even at the level that I'm at, which is far, far, far away from the real big platforms, I've had to at least consider what it is that I'm putting forward. I have to think a little bit, because even on the Friday Live, we'll have a lot of fun. We're very loose, as you well know. We'll have a lot of fun. But I kind of have to remind from time to time. It's a good reminder, and sometimes I'll talk to the guys indirectly. I'll be like, you got to remember, though, like, people are actually watching. Before, we were doing this in the darkness, and we were talking, it was just going to a void, and there was nothing there. The problem is there's actually people that are listening. And then there's people that we see in the chat who are participating, who might know the jokes and all that. But there's also people who are taking clips. I've seen clips used out there, which, by the way, it's an open platform. It's YouTube. You can see it. Mm-hmm. So my point that I'm getting at is the bigger the platform is, the more eyeballs come in. You have to at least think about that. Doesn't mean you have to sanitize your words and completely get rid of what you're saying. What I'm saying is that you should at least give some thought into what you're presenting and the way you're presenting it, because now there are people listening on the other side. Whereas opposed to before, you were talking to the void, no one heard it, didn't matter what you said.
Yeah, because I did notice Friday night, you noticed you had new viewers.
Yep.
And
we started talking about kazoos and we got rid of them.
But even before that, you made the statement, hey, I haven't seen you before, but welcome, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, that you understand. I try to point them out too. When I see a new name, you want to welcome them because you want them back. We do have egos. I mean, we like numbers. I think the one differentiator, though, I agree with you. But the only differentiator I would say, though, is that I always want to make sure I set the expectation fairly. A lot of those new folks came from my visit over to the Four Collectors. It came from, but it also came from the videos that I did on the Beckett thing, because I can see the numbers. I can tell you right now that the videos that I did, the first P. Ryan discussion with Beckett, where I did it with Dan, and then the second one where I broke down the Beckett thing separately, both of those, there's been like 100 new subscribers in the last calendar month, and it's almost entirely from those videos. I can literally point to those videos and say, this one picked up 40 subscribers on this video. That live that I did that week picked up 10 more subscribers. I can specifically point to the exact moment that somebody hit the subscribe button. So I have to make sure that they go, hey, I will talk about this stuff. Mm-hmm. I got no problem doing it. But I'm not going to go fishing for stuff every single week. So if nothing crazy happens in this next week, or King Golden doesn't light himself on fire for me, even though I keep asking nicely, if he doesn't do it, then I can't just beat a dead horse and try to tread the same ground again. Right now, I've said it. I think there should be more to the probe scene story, but we don't have the information yet. And I'm not fishing around for it. I don't have time. I literally am busy with work. But if something happens and I hear about it, I'll be happy to talk about it. So, and I'm glad you do. I'm glad that, sport, we got that's when what SCR or whatever.
Yeah, Sports Car Radio. Yeah.
So those guys and the other guy that I mentioned to you a couple of weeks ago, that's when it's nice to have those guys with you. I think you make a better sound statement, especially when you do your breakdowns than they do. But it's good to have them as well to keep it up because stuff moves so fast in this world. And with the Probstein thing, if something more does come out, do you think eBay has a right to kick him off their platform finally? Or I mean, I don't know what you have to do to get kicked off of eBay's platform if you make so much.
eBay. So I think a lot of people don't realize that eBay's policy opens them up. They can do it for a lot of reasons. You're not entitled to an account just because you exist.
Yes.
Now, whether eBay enforces it, whether they choose to do so, that's a different conversation. But they can certainly boot them off anytime they want. They booted PWCC, and they said flat out the reason we're doing this is shield bidding issues, and they can do it. But what it comes down to is how much money you're making for me. My thought, and again, I don't have any connections on eBay, can't reach out to anybody to ask, but unless the person who's in charge over there is an idiot, which is always possible too, the moment Probstein comes back, well, the sweetheart deal you had before is off the table, bro.
Right.
You want to come back? We'll take your money. We'll take the money. But now we're not giving you as nice a deal. Now you were on there for years and years and years and bringing all this revenue, and that's fine. But as soon as Probstein left eBay, there's gonna be some consigners who went to DC Sports 87. They went to one of these other guys, 4 Sharp Corners. There's other options in the out there, so they don't have to stick with Probstein. The consigners don't have to.
Right.
So eBay's looking at the bottom dollar. As long as you're still making us some money and we're comfortable more or less, because again, there's plausible deniability. You can always technically Probstein doesn't control eBay's platform, so he can say well, I can't see if the same people are bidding on all the things unless I check each individual one. You're not giving me that information, so I can deny it all day long. Right. eBay does have the data. They could find out if they wanted to.
Yeah, they definitely could, and I mean, it probably got an algorithm or something, a bot to do that if they really needed to.
If they really want to, yes.
If they really want to, yeah. That just popped in my brain. Things do that, pop in and out of my brain like that. The other thing that I saw, and I just wanted to talk about this too. I cannot remember because I wanted to. I'm at a point now where I actually want to say names, good, bad, or different. But this guy, I only watched him once, and he was doing a reveal on PSA. He has 2 channels. He has a sports channel, which is over 100,000 because he had the YouTube button behind him. But this channel only had like 18,000 doing a non-sport PSA, and he puts the stuff on, and he made sure everybody knows it's going to be on eBay, which is fine. Okay. Some cool stuff. He had some. I didn't like the fact he called all 3 of the originals Star Wars movies. He didn't differentiate between Jedi or Empire. Called all 3 of them Star Wars. Really bugged me. But
did you go in the comments section and tell him what for, Scott?
No, I was sitting there going, man, as an old guy like me, we didn't know New Hope. And he didn't call that New Hope either. He just said Star Wars. He kept saying Star Wars. Okay. And I'm like, no, that's Star Wars Return. Either call it Jedi or Empire. You can shorten it.
Angry commenting or it didn't happen, Scott. Commenting or it didn't happen.
I was yelling at the screen while I was doing card stuff over here.
Okay, sure.
So I listed a lot. I have over 21,000 cards now on Sport Lots, if anybody cares.
Wow.
So I have listed through. I'm on J now in my J's listing. But anyway, that he was commenting, and not only. I think he expected every card that was a modern card to be a 10.
Yeah, okay.
But you're going to put them on eBay. Why are you talking smack about the 9s and the 8s? Why are you pointing out the flaws if you're going to sell them?
What's rule number 1, Scott? What's rule number 1?
That we're all stupid, right?
It's people. People are stupid.
So, but we do know a 9 is mint, right? We do we not understand that 9 is mint, Gem Mint is a 10. Mint is 9. 8 is, what is that? It's like
it's near mint. It's near mint. Near mint.
Right. So Andy got an 8.5. That really threw him off. But here I am going, this guy has 100,000 viewers on one channel at least, and he has these viewers here. And he's got potential that these are his buyers. And he doesn't really understand, like, then he had 70s, the original cards, back then. And he didn't understand the stickers, like how they're getting 5s and 6s. He's looking at the actual card they're on when you got to look at the outline of the sticker, right? On the card. That's where most of but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm always, why do we listen to the people we listen to? I'm in that frame of mind all the time. But I'm sitting here going, dude, do you not understand that you're part of the problem? Is that you're downplaying 9s and 8s, making them unworthy. It won't worthy enough to stay in. He made sure that you knew that a 9 was not going to stay in his personal PC, that he was going to get rid of it because it wasn't high enough grade. And and that's a preference. I understand that. I don't care about that. But to downplay it really just poo-poo. And I almost forgot he was selling it. And on the back end, I was like, and you're trying to sell it. And I'm like, we have to, you're sitting here talking to the public, and you have this huge, and I think you have to take responsibility for what you're talking about. And that, especially with this new PSA, everybody, it's got to be PSA, it's got to be a 10. And it really, really just struck a nerve with me. He sounded like a nice guy and all that stuff, but it was more about what was coming out of his mouth than what he was doing. And I didn't watch any of the other videos. I just watched that and moved on. I was like, with that and all the other stuff going on with people talking about poo-pooing on the drama, then we have people now with pretty significant peer group, pulling the peer group of YouTube, talking about how if you don't have anything good to say, you shouldn't say nothing at all. So why are we having this vintage fight? I don't know where they've been at for the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, Scott, listen, as a peddler in drama, I refuse to acknowledge any of these ridiculous statements and claims. Real quick, I know Henry S. has been commenting, so I do want to acknowledge a couple of the comments there. I'm not sure what he's referring to about the live. I'd be curious about the live stream he's talking about, where somebody, I guess, put stuff towards him. I'd be curious about that. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Yeah. But I did also see where you can buy old YouTube channels. Totally, 100%. Yeah. I think, though, what it'll tell you, though, and I've seen stuff like that, but I will say, if something like that happens, what you want to see is if they took over, whenever they took over, how does the viewership go? That'd be the curiosity I have, because if the viewership drops like a stone, then maybe they swap between one person and another. So it's a valid point. I don't disagree with anything that Henry said there. But again, I guess you have to check, because you'd have to check other videos to see if it's the same person or not. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I just, you can also buy the bots if you really want to. If you really need to battle it. The irony is that I don't think the subscribers means as much as it used to, which is actually kind of a good thing. I actually think it's really helpful. Now, Eric is half right. We should be asking, why are we listening to him? So what he's saying, Scott, is he wants me to put him in the corner more often and mute him a lot. Because I can fix this problem. Yeah. I'll fix it. I'll take care of it, Eric. Don't worry.
Zombie Bobby Orrs.
Yeah. He's going straight to the corner. I'll take care of him.
It was a record store live stream where customers were shopping. Gotcha.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Fair.
Carlos likes his records now.
I've been collecting them. I've been collecting media stuff I've been doing for years. I had videos on that years ago. But it's one of those things where, like, it's not a thing I focus on, but I'll grab some here and there. I still do.
I picked up I've gotten into like soundtracks and stuff like that is what I really like now. And I've been picking up books. I bought a couple more books this week. Barnes & Noble had a good sale. I picked up some more VHS and videotapes, or VHS and video, VHS and DVDs. So we aren't listening to Eric. We're there for Carlos and Bobby and Yannick. Can't forget Yannick. Bobbles on Monday.
He's referring to En Francais.
Yeah, Yannick in his Christmas setup. He's got their DJ Christmas tree. I don't know what we're going to call it in there with his.
We'll figure it out. What I'm trying to figure out, the mystery that I have, is that his microphone has this weird habit of being good and then suddenly going full roboto randomly after
reverb.
He'll be fine for an hour. He'll be fine for an hour, and then suddenly, boom, it goes offline, and we don't know why.
He's got to have like a loose cable or something that he's kicking with his foot or something. So the other thing with Bobbles, that's a cool collection that he bought. That I'm pretty sure
the Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same stuff that because he bought that from Heritage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, they had a ton of Walking Dead stuff at the National on display. That was awesome. I really wanted to get on that. They had a Batarang from the TV show that I really wanted. I don't know what that went for. I would have liked to know, so I could look for stuff. Yannick is a joke because there's nothing wrong with his microphone.
Interesting. Maybe we'll have to add it. Maybe we'll have to add it to his list of talents.
So when he does is it in English or French? Which way is it, Yannick? Are you still in here?
Maybe the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
We. Yes. This has just been a topic every time when I'm listening to somebody, especially that I have interest in, that really goes it kind of goes on the I don't want to say off the rails, but kind of goes on the edge. And they're just like on that line, you know. They have really good topic, but they cross it and come back. And I am one that's I don't like I don't really like scripts. When I start seeing scripts or I see somebody looking down to read, I kind of lose interest because I want to know what you're feeling and how you're. I don't want somebody that went over it 12 times to make sure, you know, it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings or whatever.
I don't want to be more Scott. I couldn't agree more, Scott. Yeah. Totally right what you're saying.
Yeah, Chat GBT. What do you want me to tell? What do you know? How do you want? I never misspell Yannick the same way too, because yeah. So
I like it.
Yannick, man, we got to get the Montreal pro baseball team back up there. I don't know how we're going to do that, but
I think that's going to be really tough to do.
Yeah,
maybe if the Vegas / Oakland / wherever A's fail again, maybe that's the only way you're getting a team in Montreal.
Well, you know, they're still having issues in Vegas.
I know that's why I use that. That's why I use that one as the listen, Scott. That's probably their best bet because at this point, maybe the owner runs himself out of every town, and eventually he has no choice. It's that or Brazil. Those are the only options left.
Yeah, because all they want him to do is come up with what 51% of the money, and he's got it. I mean,
basically, stop being a cheap bastard is basically what you need to do. Like, just stop being a cheap bastard and run your damn team.
They're building it where you want it. Now you got to pay for it.
The funny thing about that's so I've had this rant on my channel. I don't bother spending a lot of time talking about a lot of the sports themselves because I watch the sports. I'm not interested in necessarily engaging too much in the conversation for it. The one thing though that I have, the one ultimate pet peeve, I have no interest in having 1 penny of my tax money to go to any millionaire or billionaire's goddamn stadium. This is your baby. You buy the land, you build the damn thing, you deserve all the revenue, but you pay for it.
Right.
And if I want to go, I'll buy a ticket. That's how I'll support you.
Right.
But you're not getting my money to build your goddamn stadium so that you can run a business.
So not only do they have taxpayers pay for it, but then they get revenue from the parking, ticket sales, and everything else that's sold at the stadium. None of it goes because. So when I was in Virginia, the Washington Redskins, Richmond built a facility for Washington Redskins to practice. They spent like $7 million on a practice facility for them to come to for, I think, 6 weeks, if it's even that. 4 weeks. I forget what it's not a long time. And they were talking about how much tax revenue it was going to bring the city. And I was like, how much water do they think people are going to buy from the surrounding stores? Like, where do you think this tax money is coming? How? What do you think this money is coming from? And that same year that they built that in Richmond, they laid off teachers because they didn't have enough money to pay the teachers. So that's the thought process. I've had people tell me that these stadiums drive up tax revenue, make tax revenue and create jobs. But I'm with you on that. The tax thing really kills me. People in Atlanta were reluctant to support the tax breaks until we learned it would be in Canadian dollars. Well, Battery said that eventually the A's would move to Atlanta, so they have two teams. If they're smart, they move back to Philadelphia. Go back to Philadelphia, win a World Series, and really piss off Ed.
Anything that angers Ed, I think, is something we can all get behind.
That would be I know that's a long con, and I love it. But it'll be
Scott, great. I've changed my mind. I am prepared to allocate tax dollars towards this endeavor. But these are my conditions. I want to fix the World Series to make sure they win, and I want to make sure Ed watches. If we have to strap him to the chair and make him watch it, then we're making him watch it.
That's right.
These are my conditions. And only under these conditions will I accept these terms.
Oh, man. I hope Mitch Williams' kid pitches for him when he comes back.
Anything. The more tie-ins, the better. The more tie-ins, the better.
Woo, that would be the greatest thing in sports history that ever happened to me.
And it would, in fact, be history.
Yes,
as you well know, Ed is very passionate about history. That would be history that we all want.
That'd be history. What is Zach? Hey, what's up, Zach? Thunder are building a $900 million arena. Thunder put up $60 million. Yep. Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. And then they tell you they don't have money to put in the school systems or a new road.
And Brendan here is talking, and Brendan Ryan was saying, unless they profit share with the residents, I go, that's not happening for most of the cases. There's no profit share. We're not getting a dime back.
Right.
So it's like no. My thing has always been like, if you want the tax money, go ahead. Knock yourself out. Yeah, then the building is ours, not yours.
Right.
You don't get crap from it.
You got to pay rent.
The money should go to us.
You pay rent.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can pay for the right to be there, and that's about it. But
right.
Why are we gifting you things? That's ridiculous. It's pointless.
Your wind instrument just arrived.
The kazoo, Scott. The kazoo of legend.
Oh, I thought maybe he ate beans for dinner. I didn't know what he
listen, Eric has had a lot of concussions, but we're specifically referring to the kazoo.
The kazoo? Oh my goodness.
And that's part of the steps we're taking, Scott.
I didn't get that far y'all's Friday night. I think I started playing video games, or I went to bed. I did something more productive. I don't know.
Listen, there is nothing more productive to listen to. There is nothing more productive than listening to us talk about Eric trying to order a kazoo for 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think it was 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know.
That is about as good as the night he started going on about his knife collection.
It was wonderful. Scott, the beauty of it is that allowed the new viewers to learn what we're about. I will do the Probstein thing. I will do but then we'll have a 20-minute conversation about Eric trying to buy a kazoo from Amazon and him reading there's this kazoo and then there's this one and then they're sitting there going, what is going on? What is that? This is normal. This is a Friday. Embrace it in your soul.
And congratulations to your cross country people that came in 27th place.
Whatever it was. Like, I tend to stop listening whenever Eric speaks. You talk about Yannick's languages. Yannick speaks English and French. Eric speaks English and lame. Those are the two languages he has. It's like whenever he talks about some stupid sport, it's like it's garbage. Everyone, the biking garbage.
Did anybody tell your people that it was a running event?
I'm still trying to get my head around the idea of what on earth is he. We learned about Coach Eric this past Friday, and I'm sitting there. What do you do coaching? Run faster, run with more passion.
He runs in
What does
front
that
of
even
him,
mean?
dangling a hot dog or something. What? My favorite parts of Friday shows are usually related to discussions about James Bond movies.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Well, what I like this Friday is that interspersed throughout the episode, some of the commenters played in on it. There were a lot of '90s boy band references and even a Britney Spears reference. A lot of good comments in the chat. Good
well,
ones.
I guess they're all about, you're in, what, 40? How old are you, Carlos? Remind me.
So I'm 42. 42 right
42, now. Okay. Well, you were a kid in the 90s, so that's...
Yeah, I was, yeah.
That puts... my 90s, I was a young adult. It was... I always talk about my 90s. My 90s memories are like my 90s card collection. There's a lot of holes in it.
Yeah, so 90s was my decade specifically. In the 90s, I was between 7 and 17 years old in the 90s. So that was my decade right there when I was in and out of high school.
How about ice cream cake eating in Atlanta? You get Bobby started about that. Ice cream cakes in Atlanta, you get him going then.
Well, if we ever get to that spot, I'm just going to hit mute. We're all going to nod and pretend that we can hear him, but we're just going to mute him for the entire hour. He'll never stop talking about it. It'll never end. It'll be pantomime. It'll be incredible.
And congratulations on him, like writing articles and doing what he really likes to do, talking about the history of hockey. I don't know how else to put it. Like,
right.
The stuff that kind of adjacent. It is hockey, but it's not hockey. It's kind of hockey.
Yeah, I try not to describe it at this point. There are times where I enjoy that he gets very passionate about it. It's actually kind of fun watching him get passionate about it. That's why I don't mind. Like, it's fine. But sometimes I'm sitting there like, okay, you've explained this, I think, very well. I think we can move on to the next topic. I think we're okay to move on.
But when he was talking about this last week, his video and stuff, which I haven't had a chance to watch.
I think the video was solid. I did listen to it. I think it was solid. I think it was well done.
Yes, and that's awesome. Here in the lower 48, I don't know how much traction that'll get, but I'm sure where y'all are at, it'll probably be well loved.
Yeah, well, it's good information for folks that are interested. I think it's good information. So I think they can have some fun with it. I think it was well produced. I actually thought it was well done. That's why I say, like, there's room for all this stuff. That goes back to the theme of the night. If you don't want to listen to, drama and all this other stuff, there's so much stuff out there. Like, it's a joke. It's ridiculous how much stuff there is if you're willing to do a little bit of digging. I promise you don't have to even dig that far. Like, you can find it. I promise.
All right. There is so many channels now in our community. If you're, collecting cards of knives or kazoos, I'm sure there's somebody out there with a channel, and they're probably glad to see you come by and say hi. I mean, there is just so much out there for you. I mean, I'm all over the place. I grew up. There was a time in my life where I was doing the little battlefields with the little men that you had to paint and set up battlefields and stuff. I was that guy for a little while in my teenage years. Yes, I was that guy. Even though I still went out on the weekends, but I did those things in the quiet. But I've been watching channels of that. I didn't even know there was actual, like, kind of miniature fighting games and stuff. So there's always something, YouTube is endless. I thought I got to the end one time, but then, somebody else made a video and that was it. But yeah, back to what we were talking about earlier about, where people, I just want people to understand that some people really do have reasons for what they're talking about, right? So remember that when you have the Jeff Wilsons out there or anybody else that go down a certain road, there might be a personal reason. It might not be nefarious or anything, but they might be speaking on something that really helps them, right? And not particularly you. So just be mindful of that. I mean, when people are speaking on these YouTubes. It's always there's a lot of group chats out there now. I think everybody and their brother has a group chat with friends to bring that stuff up, bring it up on channels, question the people that are talking. My first Eric, you're not wrong. I don't know if I know you talk about everybody listens to him, and we don't have to like him, but he's the face of the hobby right now. That's for damn sure. But I know when Jeff Wilson first started, and the first time I knew how maybe he's grifting a little bit at the beginning. I think now he's taking it more seriously, but I asked serious questions and he just wouldn't answer me. And the people in his chat, I got targeted, Henry, in that chat. So early on, because I was having an issue where he would point to his YouTube, or his YouTube would point to his Instagram, and his Instagram pointed to his TikTok, and his TikTok pointed back to his YouTube. It was like this, and no substance whatsoever. It was just one point to the next. So, you know, same way with, seems like guy gets a pass, and I don't understand why. The guy that goes out and buys everybody's collections for pennies on the dollar. Damn.
You mean the man with high production values?
Probably. We're talking about. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Is he chasing?
Yeah, the chasing cardboard dude.
Because he has God and Jesus on his side and a flag and an eagle?
Yes.
You don't understand.
And he's
got like 46 kids. Don't you know?
That are all on his payroll.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not even
He showed up at the National, and you would have thought that Jesus showed up. And I don't mean to be putting down anybody's religion, but you would have thought the president of some company showed up that everybody wanted a dime off of. But I don't understand, you know, why certain people get certain passes, why they continue on doing the things they're doing, and they can say the next thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, did you hear what that? Yeah, that's right. That I know." I try to live and do by example, right? And that's what you should do. If they're sitting there telling you one thing, but they don't. Yeah, thanks, Henry. If they don't, you know, produce something on their channel showing that they're doing these type of things, then why? That's all. That's all I gotta say. So ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask, and push a little bit. I mean, if Mike Junk Wax era or whatever,
Wax Hero.
Can
Are you sure you haven't had concussions like Eric? Because the struggle is real.
I have. I've had the first serious one when I was like 6 years old in a car accident.
Right.
But anyway, but I have a big bulbous head now, and it gets lost in there. It's been a long day. I've been riding around. A lot of traffic. A lot of people, I guess, going home today. I don't know, but anyway,
I guess so. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want everybody to realize that. And, you know, I said before, it was something like, I think, and Ed always says, you got to name names now. We can't just be saying stuff and say it's everybody when it's actually one or two people. But now we have certain groups that are pushing things. And sometimes they're not very good for the hobby. And just keep those things in mind. And we don't always have to listen to everyone. Find your own route. Find your own road. Love your journey. That's my whole thing. Hashtag concussions. Yeah. Let's see. We got Henry said chasing cardboard. Yep. And I mean, I don't know the guy. It's just things. I have a hard time watching that channel for one reason, because when the story talks about a lady lost her husband, now she's selling her cards, and you come in and you can look at a few of the cards and the low ball. It's hard to look good. Yes, you're going to give that lady a large amount of money, but we all know you're gonna make a shit ton off the back end too. It's just a hard sell to certain people, and I'm one of those people. Eric, make a pickup video showcasing your kazoo and then show a card. You need card content for your Hall of Fame. Zach, he's going to be Hall of Fame adjacent. And I was out of the Hall of Fame. I was out of the YouTube Hall of Fame, but now
Did they pull you back in?
I don't know yet. I'm still wondering. I'm going to have. I gotta get with my man Brad, get him on. I know I can get Ray on.
Scott, listen to me. Listen to me. I've got this solved for you. You don't need to have this discussion. This is all you need to do is you make one video and you say, because I'm Carlos, end scene. You can leave. That's it. That's all you got to do. Because this year we're aiming for Hall of Fame adjacency. Eric bought the goddamn kazoo, and we're gonna make him do this stupid one-man kazoo parade. Scott, listen to me. The content gods have spoken. They are channeling through me. We're going to have a moron walking up and down a street in Massachusetts playing a kazoo. The content, Scott, the content. Do not fight our destiny.
No, please fly him down here, even though he's not the head of it anymore. I know about what area of North Carolina he lives in. We can just march down enough streets in that town.
I don't care. The point remains, Scott. The point remains, do not deny us our destiny. I don't care if you vote for anybody else. That's not important. The only important thing is that you just help us follow our destiny. The man literally purchased the kazoo.
Well, I tell you, the list for the one that Brad's doing for...
Yeah, this is like the OG one. Yeah.
What is it, 9 years? I missed it by like 3 weeks, 3 months. It took my man on that list. Look, I'm in between.
Let me repeat what I've said all along. This is one of the stupidest goddamn things that have ever been conceived in this entire discussion. However, I embrace his stupidity at this point. Eric's Hall of Fame adjacency point sold me on this, Scott. That's the only... And he has promised a one-man kazoo parade. Scott, I'm not doing this for me. I don't even want the stupid patch. I don't give a crap. I just want the kazoo parade and the content.
I can tell you what helped you by being all four sellers. I mean, four buyers, four collect, whatever.
There are 47,000 of them, Scott. There's more members of them than the NWO. You don't understand.
Being on their channel is going to help you this year because they're all eligible this year. So it's going to be, that. Congratulations to them.
Kazoo parade, Scott. Don't fight this. Kazoo parade. Let's go.
I'm for it. I'm here for it. I might even fly up there where I'll be the one guy. I want them to put stains up so I can be the one guy in the
one guy. Go, yeah. Amazing. See, Scott, this is my pitch. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Like, do not fight me on this. We need this as a people.
We need somebody where not only does he go down the street, but we have a stage at the end of the street that he gets on, just like Thanksgiving Day Parade here at Macy's Day, with some stands, with just me standing in the stands and him playing the kazoo. And maybe me and Bobbles down up there. Yeah.
Whatever works, guys. Whatever works.
Inductees are known to, that seems to be a thing, Henry.
Henry, you're 100% right, but let me tell you right now, if it sets your collective mind at ease, because it will never end Eric's torment, I refuse to retire. Eric is signed on in perpetuity. I'm going to make him sit in that corner, and Scott, I'm going to torture him until the sun burns out.
Brendan, I probably think that he would get more votes now. So is Dr. Beckett banned from the YouTube Hall of Fame? It is about time to start talking about the Hall of Fame and that drama.
I'm giving it a couple of weeks. Outside of this conversation, I'm giving a couple of weeks.
If you don't like drama, then don't turn on YouTube hobby talk for the next. And what I have noticed as this Hall of Fame thing is starting to grow outside of the group that it started in, right? So it's slowly migrating to other groups. And I'm going to vote. I'll tell you right now, if I vote, one of them is going, if you're going to talk about Hall of Fame, you have to vote. You don't have to, but I have to, right mind, is Jeff Wilson. And that's always one of my picks, is Jeff Wilson. He's the main guy. Eric's parade with the kazoo is going to be turned into the ending of Animal. Yeah. All is well.
You're making my case stronger. You're only giving it power. Do you understand?
Ramming speed. Imagine if Dr. Becky gets voted in and not Carlos.
At that point, I will steal it from him. I will literally be going in. I'm like, no, done. I'm taking this from you. Get out.
So
you're not even a real hobby doctor. I named myself a hobby doctor. I did it.
If that happens, he has to come on your channel. That has to happen.
At that point, it's like, face me, Jimbo. Face me.
Wilson gets in, Eric wins.
Hey, he's hoping.
Henry, I cannot vote for Jabs. That's another guy. I can't do it. He might have huge following and all that stuff. I just think he's too far over the edge for me. My brain wouldn't come back from that one. But I do like the two different voting. I guess, can you vote for the Hall of Fame guy and in the regular one and in the old timers one?
Yeah, they're two different lists. The old timers are not on the same list. They're kind of on their own to give them a better chance. That's the reason for that list.
But they're still in the fake Hall of Fame, right?
If they get voted in,
right?
Yeah, it's like a veterans. It's like the Veterans Committee thing. They ripped off the Veterans Committee idea. It's still the same Hall of Fame, yeah.
Yes, but it has no building, no play.
Look, they're all as legitimate as Harold.
And no fame.
Look, Scott, they're all as legitimate as Harold Baines. Okay, it's the same.
There is no hall and definitely no fame in this thing. So.
Whatever.
It's very loose.
Scott, where do you think they'd even build one anyway? Like at Mike Moynihan's ranch? Like where are we putting anything?
That would be great.
Like, hey guys, you want to visit the ranch? We got a Hall of Fame right here. Like, look, there's a plaque and everything.
Either there or Amish Dave's house.
Amish Dave's would be fantastic. That'd be great. I would love to visit. I'd love to visit the exhibit. These are YouTubers who didn't die necessarily, but here you are. It's like,
well, the Baseball Hall of Fame is considered the hard hall. Football is considered the easy hall. What's our Hall of Fame?
The YouTube Sports Car Hall of Fame, Scott, is ¿por qué? You know what that means? In Spanish, that means why. That means why.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, so where is that? Football is way harder to get into than you think. I don't know. They take in 10 guys. I don't know how. We are the Burt Blyleven of the YouTube Hall of Fame. Yeah. Well, when you say we, Carlos is the Burt Blyleven. What makes...
Yeah, I was going to say, Eric, are adjacent to the Burt Blyleven of the YouTube Hall of Fame.
You're like not even the equipment manager. You're the guy that assists the equipment manager by getting up everybody's jockstrap and having to wash it.
Well, Scott, I already covered this. I explained the construction, the building of the Content Gods mega church that I'm building. And as part of the expansions, Eric is officially Cabana Boy. It's very exciting.
Yeah,
this is the most responsibility he's ever had.
This year is going to be fun because the seriousness is definitely gone. I mean, I know some people.
When was there seriousness? When was there seriousness?
There are still people that actually
not from me, not from my neck of the woods.
Oh man, that really do take this way, way too serious. But yeah. Now, at least I think with Ray doing it, he's going to bring some, like, I don't know, because I really like what he does with the baseball card Hall of Fame thing. Because I think
I get you, Scott, but there's nothing they can do. Like I like the guys who've taken over it. I like them individual. I don't know Ray from Philly personally, but I've watched his videos. I have no issue with anything he's doing. Scotty from Scotty Tradition, I like. And then, of course, you got Brad. and you got Brad. I liked two out of the three guys here. I like in particular, and the third one I have no issue with, and I like some of the videos he does too. So the three guys are solid as far as I'm concerned. But Scott, there's nothing you can do. It's
Right.
like it may as well be like the Clown College Hall of Fame. Like there's nothing you can do to make this serious. There's nothing you can do. Like
Ooh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
over, man. It's over.
yeah, yeah. Well, what's up, Paul? Better late than never, evening all, and Eric in the chat. Yeah. Well, he shows up every once in a while because he's got to pay me for all the like buttons.
Yeah. But do you understand what I'm saying, though, Scott? Like,
Right.
how do you intend? Like, how you can't make this serious? Like, there's no way. The concept is ludicrous.
Right.
Like, it's ridiculous. The whole thing. There's nothing you can do. Just to embrace the ridiculousness of it and just be done with it. Just embrace it.
Right. Yeah, it's. I'm probably going to do it just because I to support. So I really like those three guys to support what they're doing, and just have fun with it. I got to figure out.
Kazoo parade.
Maybe it's just one vote for me this year, and it's for the kazoo.
Do it.
Since what this does do though is the people that some of my friends that consistently vote for that older group or I don't know how to put it, the guys, the OGs, which I agree. I think they should, a lot of them should be in before a lot of the people that are in, if it's serious, but it just you can't take it serious.
It's not serious. I'm sorry.
You just can't, but anyway, just be mindful of what you're listening to and who you're taking ideas from. Enjoy the hobby. Buy what you love. Love what you buy, and you'll never go wrong. Till next time, like, share, tell a friend. Hi to all my new subscribers. Like I said, the last month has been great. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all very much. And until next time, see ya.